Hi everyone. Out
Hi.
there. Yes. We are back again for I think it's our sixth episode, and you know how we do it, man. You know how we do it. We have our people from. This time around, it's only Southern Africa. So we will be talking about. Let me allow Nompi to introduce this one. I'm not going to introduce it, but rather let me introduce our lovely guest. Every Sunday, guys, we have a lovely guest. You know. Malini, she's laughing at me, but that's the truth, Malini. Like the truth in it, you know, it's scary. But anyway, we have Manini. She's in South Africa. Say hi, Manini. I don't know if you want to say anything to the people. If you feel like you want to say, just say.
Hey. Okay. I'm a very talkative person, so I try to keep a minimal conversation. Hi to you guys, and thank you so much for inviting me. Hi to everyone who's watching. My name is Manini Buidumeloli Budu. I'm a Bedi young lady. And I will end there. Whatever questions everyone has can ask later on.
Awesome. Is it me or is it her?
All right. Hi, guys.
I just want to check if it's Manini. She's frozen.
Yeah, she's frozen. I think so too.
I think it's me.
Oh, okay. We also have Leonardo.
Yes.
Yes. So he's in Botswana. I think you're in Gaps, right?
Yes, I'm in Gaps.
They were wondering what is Gaps. Gaborone. Yes, it's in Gaborone.
Yes,
perhaps you can say hi to our people out there.
Hi, guys. Hi to the international audience. I'm in Gaborone. My name is Leonard Matludi. Yes, and you are at the right time. We are here to talk about issues that affect all of us. And yeah, we are glad that you are watching.
Awesome. And we have Mr. Makawe Lunga. He's in Zim. He's with our lovely co-host Nompilo there. I'm not sure if he's in Bulawayo or he's in Harare. Where are you at?
I'm in Bulawayo.
Oh, okay. Just a brief. Yes, a brief intro there. Introduce yourself. Anything you want to say to the people?
Okay. Greetings, everyone. I hope you're looking forward to today's discussion. My name is Makawe Lunga, and I'm in Zim. I'm in Bulawayo. I think that's all I can say for now.
All right. Thank you guys for honoring the invitation to come and have this conversation. Let me just put it out there that we're just having a casual chat. It's not an interview. We're just peers who are not experts trying to figure out this life that is confusing us as adults. You know, adulting is hectic. It's doing things to us. So we're just here to navigate it together. I'll hand over to my co-host, Nompilo, as she does the things that needs to be done.
That make the post to be.
You know?
Hi, guys. How are you? So today, I've been looking forward to this talk actually because I need answers, like seriously. Today we are talking about to pursue or not to pursue. And I think it's more in line with, at least the way I took it is, should women pursue or not? But before we get into the talk, I want to know what you guys think pursuing actually means. What is pursuing? And I'm going to ask the guys because traditionally, I'll get to you, Manini, of course.
Thank you.
I think the guys traditionally have been the ones that do most of the pursuing. So I see Leo's video is gone off, so Makawe, it's you.
Okay.
Tell me about this pursual thing.
Oh, Leo is about to go.
Makawi, are you there?
Okay, let me take that one.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, I can use one word to describe or define pursuing, and that is to hunt. So you're going after, you are chasing, you're following, you are hunting. Like, so you have to I'm thinking of all the synonyms that can go with pursue, but there's one word that I want to use that is common in today's world, that is to stalk. So pursuing can mean also to stalk.
What?
So,
Okay.
Okay.
Stalking.
What?
You're gonna have to explain that to us a bit later on, because we're curious. Leo, tell us about the pursuing thing. What is this?
Right. I think for me, I think pursuing is equivalent of hunting, trying to get what you don't have, so that you can have it. Yes.
Okay.
So basically, I view it as hunting. Yes.
Okay. So what I'm getting from you is you don't pursue something that you have. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you don't pursue something that you have. You pursue something, you pursue someone that you want, somebody that you don't have, someone that you know that there's a chance of you not getting them, and there's a chance of you getting them. Because if there was a chance of you not getting them, you wouldn't pursue.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, you guys are saying some things that I really need answers to later on. So I hope you're ready to answer. Manini, tell me about pursuing.
Okay, I'm going to go straight to the dictionary. So the dictionary says, pursuing is a verb. And we all know that a verb is a doing word, right? So it says pursuing is to follow in order to overtake, to capture, to kill, etc. But mostly it's to chase, to follow close upon, to go with, to attend, to strive to gain, to seek to attain or accomplish an end, an object, or a purpose.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're done? No, no, Manini, you have to give me more. I'm not settling for that.
Able to get out of that one. Okay, so given the dictionary definition of pursuing, for me, pursuing, well, the guys say it's hunting, right? It's an interesting description that they gave. For me, pursuing is a continuous active, what do you call it? Activity.
Process.
Yes, process. You don't want something today and you get a maybe, and tomorrow you're like, okay, now I'm going to go to the next one. You don't have your goal in front of you and say, I'm going for this, but if she says no, it's fine, I'm letting it go. But again, it's not I'm going for it. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to ask you now. You tell me yes now. No. Pursuing has to do with an end result. It's a process that you just follow through for something you want to attain at the end.
Okay. So what does pursuing look like to you?
To me, pursuing is patience. Pursuing is patient. For me, pursuing is perseverance. And obviously, people can debate this with me now because they'd be like, Manje, if someone says no, then what? Then that's your choice then. If that no for you is hard to get and you don't do hard to get and you want to go and find an easier person, then fine, go. But for me, I want to see your seriousness. So for me, you have to have patience. you have to, I need to see how serious you are. So you need to pursue me like you would pursue a degree that you want, like you would pursue a job that you want. So you need to get and study it. You need to study it because you know that the questions that may come, you don't want to look stupid when you go to the job interview, right? So because you want to pursue me, you must have done your research.
Okay.
That's the only way to be fun.
Hey, yeah, Joe.
Guys, gentlemen, do you agree with this? Because, yeah, ne? I hear less agrees.
No, I'm not agreeing. I feel her. I feel her.
You feel her?
I feel her.
You know what? That's even worse than an agreement, my sister, because it's deep within. I don't know if the guys have a comment on that. Like, what does pursuing look like to you as a guy? Let's go with Leo this time first.
All right. I think she's right. I agree with her because pursuing, it's like it's like success. You're chasing a moving target. It's a progress. It's a process. You can't say today because she said yes, it means that you're successful. It's continuous. Today's attempts do not necessarily mean that tomorrow's attempts will be successful. So it means you keep on doing it, pursuing, chasing. So it's a process which has its checks and balances, and also
transaction.
There's checks and balances.
Yeah.
And also I think it also involves it tells you as the pursuer how long you should pursue, or how fast you should pursue, something like that. Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Yeah. And maybe I can add to that to say, today's kill does not guarantee tomorrow's satisfaction.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
okay.
When you go hunting and you catch something, it doesn't mean that tomorrow you don't need to go hunting. You'll keep hunting, pursuing. So you need to make sure that each day you go for the kill. Make sure that you're always satisfied.
Okay. Les.
Hey.
Yeah, I know. But what does pursuer look like you? Like, what does it look like to you?
Okay. I think I do agree with what the guys have said. Someone said to me that, I don't know if it will relate, or I'm off ramping. If I am, please bring me back to the right lane. That guys, to be precise, they propose in bits and pieces, in a sense that they want to see if this person is into this, so that they can go for the next move. But if you don't show that, they will kind of, the last strike where they say, Manini, I like you. It's because you've been showing that I'm there. So for me, pursuing is like it's a progress. It's nothing. It's not something that happens like you thought about it tonight, then tomorrow you wake up, I'm going for money, or I'm going for the sale, and you obviously you think about it, then you start slowly and see, can I, until you come to a point of saying, now I think I'm ready to tell this girl I like them. So it's a progress, I would say that. And like Manini was saying, patience is very critical. And it really reveals if this person is really serious about the target, I mean, there's so many targets in the wilderness, there's an elephant, there's a lion, there's so where are your eyes? So for me, it's progress, takes progress and patience, like Manini said.
Nompi, can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
I like what the guy said about hunting, ne? And now Lesotho's talking about the fact that it depends where your eyes are. There are many targets. Watching National Geographic is very interesting for me when I have to watch a lion hunt, right? Obviously, it's a female lion, but that's another discussion for another day. It's a lioness. But how any hunting animal in the wild, their process firstly is I'm hungry. I don't hunt in Shihe, right? Mm-hmm. It's a norm that I hunt at a specific time so that it feeds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my next hunt is at this time, right? But what I like about this is the fact that there will be 15 zebras or 15 buffaloes charging, ne? And they're running. And the eye is on one, just one prize, just one. Ne? And what's funny is as I'm watching them, this lion is running towards this herd. Mm-hmm. But there'll be one that stays behind, ne? That is very close to the one it's eyeing. But it will still go for that one. You will never find it doing this like a dog. You will never find it. It's like, now I'm leaving this one, I'm going to this one. It's going, and it's a good thing that I use for example, but so it will go for its prize and it will never stop until it gets it. The connotations of hunting might be a bit, for feminists, they might think, oh, so, you're an animal, you're being hunted and you're going to be killed or whatever. But we understand what we're talking about in the context of this conversation. So I like the fact that they talk about hunting. But now my problem is what Lesotho was saying. We don't have genuine traditional guys nowadays who say, there's always, and there's nothing wrong, because I get Ellen White talks about dating. You must date. Is it dating or is it
circle of friends?
Ne? Take them for ice cream. Have a circle of friends. Take this one for ice cream. Get to know. Yes. So take Lesotho for ice cream. Get to know her. Take Manini for ice cream. Get to know her. But in that circle, you must know who you want. I think you must know who you want. So that when you take Manini for ice cream and she's the one you wanted, there's more hunting and pursuing that's done there. But our guys today, like Lesotho said, they want to know first if you like them too. They don't want to take you on a date first, take you on a picnic first. It always either leads to bed or to, I want to know now, what do you think about me? It's never, and I wish they knew that it's the smallest things that gets us melting. If Leo starts saying now, you know what, or my cow starts saying, you know what, I have a thing for Manini. And what I'm going to do is sorry, please hold on for me. Hello. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm sorry, guys. So then I have a thing for Lesotho, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get her attention. And how do you get Lesotho's attention? Obviously, maybe now this generation is starting our DMs. It's fine. I won't blame you, But after that, don't ask for my number there and then when you've just texted me. No. For me, I will carry on talking to you on my DMs if your conversation is interesting. And that's when you don't show me right there and then that you just want to get into it. So you start conversing with me with things that you think I like. How will you know that? You check my Instagram wall and my Facebook wall. You're like, oh, she likes exercising. Or maybe I can ask her, what's your body goal? Or which gym do you go to? Understand? And from then, because I'm interested, I will start telling you things. Maybe I'll be a bit open. And this is a trial and error. I'm not saying that it will happen with every woman, right? But that's my problem with men now. It's either, hey, can I please take you out? And then we'll end up in your bed. Or, ish, no, I'm telling you I like you now, and if you don't, then I'm leaving. We're never going to be married.
Right.
We are running behind time. Jesus is coming soon, so you have to hunt as quick as possible.
Mercy. Now,
Our time is short.
I like that you bring that up, hey, because we are running behind time, and I don't know. It's either the guys are a bit fast or they're a bit slow. Am I right? So my question is, like, whose role exactly is it to do the pursuing? Is it the guy's role, like, primarily, or, I mean, hey, it's a flip of the coin. If you see what you want, go for it. Like Manini, you mentioned about lionesses hunting and stuff.
Yeah. And
I want to know if it applies to the human world, because I have been spotting some buck that.
Hey, girl, Jesus is coming now. You want to pursue? Shoot your shot.
Yeah,
I don't know. Can I come in?
Mention. Yeah, go for it, Les.
I don't know. You will correct me. The times have changed drastically. So, but I just want to maybe just check. I don't know if it's social construct, because remember that someone will argue it and say God pursued, or he still pursues us.
Yeah.
Yes, and therefore, since men are what Christ had, what's that verse? You know it. You know what I mean. And therefore, yeah. So they need to follow suit and stuff. But let me just hold that thought and go back to the social construct, like with the genders. We grow up in societies where we like women, we just know that we must be pursued, because of how the society is. Men must pursue. For example, the issue of men are providers. It's something that we grow up with, but things have changed now. Women provide, rough for that matter. So now, does providing define you as a man, type of a thing? Are you a man because you're a provider, or you are a man because you are a man? That's another conversation on its own. So I think for me, the question comes from that, or my mind is there. Is it about the social construct that men pursue? Perhaps I'm asking a question on top of a question. Is it because of a man pursues because of the social construct, or is it because of God's ideal? That God has pursued, and therefore he must, or is it an innate thing within men that they are hunters? So if I can get that clarity, because I'm just thinking of the people in Seychelles, that women are providers, literally in the homes. Men stay at home. They look after the home. That's how it is. They clean, they do whatever. Women wake up in the morning, they go and work, and they come back and bring money in the house and the food. And for me, it's a social construct, because the culture there dictates that things should be like that. But when you come to South Africa or Africa as a whole, it's a different whole picture altogether. So I'm just sitting here, I'm asking myself, is it the God ideal, or is it us who have put that in our minds to say, man, for sure I'm not helping, I'm just creating.
Unless you have not helped the situation at all, you have just confused us further. Makawe, please go for it.
Let me start from this springboard that some things that we say are cultural or is a social construct. Have you noticed how much differences are there in cultures, whereby if you come to Africa, you go to Seychelles, like you're saying, the differences in culture are so visible, and we do things differently when it comes to a lot of things. But why is it that when it comes to that issue, it's the same world over? Okay. So is it a social construct, cultural construct, or what? So basically, I feel it's more of an instinctive biological construct more than it is a social construct. If it was social, then it would be different, because things are changing now. But why is it for years? it has been the same world over. Like, no one told anyone what to do, but it seems like in every culture, even in the animal kingdom, except for a few species, you'll notice that the same ideal that the man is the one who pursues. So maybe from that perspective, do we say it's cultural or it's biological?
Okay.
Because in situations where there is no predefined how to act in a situation, it is the biological makeup that takes over, and someone acts naturally according to how they were created. Where there is nothing that is defined on how you act. For example, if there's something that if they are newborn babies and you take them and you put them in a room, the way they behave is not yet influenced by any cultural surroundings or anything. They're just babies. But the way they behave will be ordered by their biological makeup, which is the same thing probably if you take babies and you start the male babies are more aggressive, more violent, more forward than the female baby. So I think it's the biological construct more than the social construct.
Okay. Leo, you had something to say?
All right. I think we are not, as human beings, we are not haphazard creatures. We don't find ourselves the way we are because of an accident that happened or a big bang that happened. When God created a human being, he created a human being to be an intelligent being. We are we are whole beings. Our biological part perspective, it influences even our social perspective, because you'd find that men have testosterone, women have estrogen. So the way we pursue and the way women get pursued, it's not because of choice or anything. I'd say it's the way God made things to be like, because you'd remember that when Adam was made, he was put to sleep for Eve to be made out of his rib. Then after that, that is when he got to meet Eve afterwards, So you realize that it's not by chance that we were made to be pursuers, but rather it's God's plan. That's how we are. Even when you look at the gospel, it's God who is always pursuing the sinner, pursuing the church. And the church also has, I don't know, but it has these feelings of being pursued, and it has a way of acting when God is pursuing it. Even women have a way of showing or responding to the chase, to say that, I actually noticed that I can notice Leo's efforts when he is trying to chase me, so it's a cycle. It's something that is divine planned. It's not something that we can think to say, oh, we have a formula, things have changed, this is how things are. But unfortunately, in a changing world, in a global world, where there's globalization, where now the little cultures that we had are dissipating into this one culture, you'd find it that men are beginning to have less confidence because of fear of rejection, of pursuing women. So now women now stand a chance even to pursue guys, because even during the relationship, a guy would also want to feel pursued at one point. He'd want to feel wanted. Yeah, he'd want to feel wanted. A guy would want to feel wanted in a relationship.
So not pursued, but wanted.
I think, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
He'd also want to feel that he is pursued, like he's not just the one who's just pursuing.
Leo, can I,
yes?
sorry to interject. I'm not going to take long. And I'd like you to talk on that and Makawe later on.
Right.
The reason why it's not difficult for women to pursue It's not. And it's also not difficult for us to show you that we care, that we love. That is, it's in it. It's in us. We do that. But now the problem is it gets misdirected because of what we don't receive. A woman gives what she receives. So we get confused, and it's not easy. You see, when a woman does not give you respect, or maybe let's not go on respect, but if she doesn't show you that she wants you or she cares for you, it's either one, she doesn't like you or love you, or two, is because she's waiting for you to give that so she can reciprocate. So we were not made to just automatically, we are lovers and caregivers, but it comes, if I don't want to say at a price.
With conscience.
Yeah.
All right. No, I understand what you're saying. It's not automatic. We are not robots, because we also have the power of choice. A lady being pursued should have the ability to say, but I don't want this guy, or let me give this guy a chance to prove himself. So it's not that we are robots or anything. We still have the free will, the power to choose whom we want and how we want them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I still don't know whose role it is to pursue. You guys are like dancing around the question.
But this is what I'm
Manini.
getting. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Les, you can go for it.
This is what I'm getting from Manini and Leo, that the person who initiates everything from the scratch, if we would put it that way, it's a guy, because it's something that is biological. However, in the midst of that, women also have the power to pursue when they have pursued, in a sense that in a relationship, they have to make a man feel wanted as well. They have to initiate. I mean, the man can always be saying, let's go out for a date. He will get tired. I would get tired. Even your pocket, bruh. Imagine, no, we can't do that. So there's a need. Manini?
Sorry, no, you can finish. I'll talk after you.
Okay. So I feel like what Manini was saying, we need to reciprocate. Women reciprocate. If you're going to start off, I'll reciprocate as well. I will pursue in a manner that is specific to me. I don't know if specific is the right word, but I feel like the pursuing has to complement each other somewhere. But the person who starts off is a man. That's what I'm getting from the two guys.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, if we look at, there's a lot of sync and intertwining when we get to biblical matters and cultural matters. In the Bible, as I think it's Leo or Micah, I can't remember, it starts in the Garden of Eden, where God created Adam, and then there was an Eve from the rib of Adam again. And we see there who labors the most. And after sin, we see the roles God gives to the man and the woman. You will go through this, you will do this, you will do that, right? And if you look at, I'm not sure about your guys' cultures, but the most cultures that I know, it's the man in all tribes. It's the man that follows, the man pursues. The man goes to, my brother will go to my father and say, I have seen in the Swati tribe, I want. Ne? And I'm talking about marriage, obviously, here. I have never not heard a Zulu man say, hey, and same goes for every other culture. I've only known men to want women. An example I'm gonna make also, when I'm jogging down the road, the only thing women do, and I include myself there, is I see, and then I'm like, he's nice. I will never go to him and say, here's my number, please call me. However, men are the one that say they either batlo shapa flate or sisingcela ukukhuluma nawe, you know, and I think that's where culturally and my opinion biblically, that's how it is. In all the marriages that we know about dating and all the marriages we know in the Bible, it is the man who went and pursued the woman, right? Then, but when we go socially, Lesego was asking a question, when we move it to a social dynamic, as you were saying globally, even Leo mentioned, things change, right? So now the roles shift in the family. So the man can lose his job and stay home, and the woman can be the provider financially. Mm-hmm. But in masculinity, the man should still provide. He should still be the one that protects the family. If there's a burglar that comes into the house, I should feel that I'm safe because the man is in the house, right? So I feel like even if roles have changed, it doesn't matter if I get 100K per month and you get 50,000, that now I should be the one pursuing you. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter what the finances are deemed in the relationship. It doesn't matter socially what is happening. It doesn't matter that Kamala Harris is the president in the next 5 years of the USA because she's a woman. If Kamala becomes a president, that doesn't mean that now women must be the one pursuing. However, I can see that women do not mind pursuing now. It's not a thing anymore to say, mina ngimshele, no aneke. It's not that anymore. It's girl, shoot your shot. If you want this guy also, I mean, do it, you know? And sometimes it's not so clear. I won't come to Makawe and say, look, Makawe, dude, yeah, like I've been seeing you for the past 3 months. Like I can't. But what I'm going to do, and this is what guys must know, I'm going to give him hints. Guys, we hint. Yes, we hint.
Yes, I hint, I care.
Best as hinting. Whether it's a body language, whether it's these cute little sarcastic messages or these cute little things that I do, I'm going to hint to you. That is not pursuing. Doesn't matter how much I hint to you as the man. For me, I think you should take that energy, redirect it, and see that, okay, this woman is saying something, let me act upon it.
Mm. So what I'm getting is,
for me, the role still is for the
man. Okay, so what I'm getting from all of you basically is that the role of pursuing is a man's role. Women have no business pursuing. But I'm just gonna throw this in here. Like we're talking about how the world is changing, social constructs are changing as well. We're becoming more of a global village. And what if I see this guy, I like him, and he's clueless, you know? But I need him to, you know, maybe he just needs a push. Can I move forward, or I have no business doing that? Guys, tell me.
Let me speak as a guy.
You please do speak as a guy.
If you see a guy that you like and he seems to be clueless and everything, the honest truth is, guys were created in such a way that we can really have a liking for someone the first time we see them. Like we are attracted by appearance, which then prompts us to further want to know more about the girl. But appearance is what takes us in the first time I see it. So largely, usually, I think above 90%, if a guy that you like is not responding to any of your hints or whatever, chances are that the guy doesn't like you at all. The guy is just not interested, and he's just not into you. In very, very limited circumstances where a guy needs a little push, and those are guys probably, we now talk about their character development, how they were raised, maybe he's just a shy person and needs a push. But in many cases, the guy is just not interested, and he just isn't going to go for you. You can test that by seeing the same guy going for other girls, and you ask yourself, what's wrong about me? It's because the guy has seen what he wants and he's going for it. So it can work where you approach a guy and he's into you and everything, but in many cases, the guys. Maybe let me introduce a new theory into this. There's a theory that is called. Now I'm forgetting. It's called.
Guys, is it me or?
Yes.
Makara, you can go on.
Oh, okay. So there's a theory that is called female reputational defense theory. It goes deeper. The study that they did was very long, but at the core of female reputational defense theory, there is a point that says that when men are pursuing a woman, they are more concerned about the sexual fidelity of their marriage in the future more than anything else. That is this woman going to be faithful? Is this woman going to stick to one guy? And when it comes to women, they want to protect that female reputational that reputation that they have. And one of the ways, after they've done that study, one of the ways that women prove that they have that reputation when it comes to sexual fidelity, one of the ways they prove that is by being reserved. Because it's easy for me as a guy to think if she has the guts to ask me out, it means she has the guts to ask other men out. It means she can come in and go at any time. It means she's more forward. And that naturally, or I can say maybe if you want us to use the word culturally, but I believe it's biologically embedded in us that a woman who does that, I quickly label her and paint her that this one's reputation is bad, because if she can do this with me, how many other guys can she do it with?
I hear you, Makau. Let me just let it sink, then I'll comment. I know. I hear you, but I need to think.
Okay.
So, because obviously my network is giving me problems. I wanted to know, so Nompilo was asking, how does she shoot her shot?
Yeah, my question was, should I, or how do I, should I proceed?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah.
So to answer that question, to answer that question is the best way you can do it. Probably the guy is it's not the fact that always he's not into you, but probably he can't see. So the best shot that you have is to send some signals to the guy. And they call it non-verbal perceptive signaling, where you need to make sure that your actions are clear to the guy. You won't tell him, but your actions are clear, that because other guys have a fear of rejection. So your actions are clear that if he shoots, you will not reject him.
What if he's
but you guys, Manini,
what if he's in another country?
Yeah.
How do I do non-verbal?
Non-verbal over Zoom. You can do this. You can do this.
Okay. Okay. So I was actually watching this other guy. I think he's from Malawi or something. He's a comedian, and he was saying, guys, the moment she starts asking you, "How was your day? What did you eat? Are you okay?" then you know that you are in. There are certain things that you can do verbally that are not shooting your shot, but actually show that this person cares about you, and there's a chance with that person. So there, show that you care, show that level of interest, and I think the guys can see that.
No, Makau, I tend to disagree with you. Guys are blind. You know, Steve Kikana, like guys are literally blind.
No.
I'm speaking from a girl's perspective. I'm speaking from a girl's perspective, and I've had conversations with guys on these issues, even close friends, and they've said that like they don't even know what they want to see. That's the problem. They don't even know what they want to see. And you're busy here, let's say, for example, you texting, good morning, how are you doing? And whatnot, you're trying to be in his space. Let's say you're trying to be in his space. But he's not saying that you're trying to be in his space. What more than can you do if a person is not saying that you're trying to be in that space and stuff? So I don't know. Perhaps it's 3% of the guys that see, but the rest, Stevie Wonder, blind.
Leo, can you pipe in there? Are you guys really blind, or are you pretending to be blind? Because there's one or the other.
Honestly, we cannot pretend to be blind because we are the ones who are doing the chasing most of the time. It's just that it's a miscommunication, because sometimes the cues that the ladies give us, we don't know them. It's a language that we don't know. I wouldn't want to say that women don't give us the hints. They do, but sometimes it's not the hints that are obvious to our understanding. So I think maybe if they were more clear verbally, because I think as men,
see, that's where our problem is now, because you are saying as guys, or at least we have established so far in this conversation, that it is the man's role to pursue. And so as a woman, I have no business being clear about, look, my guy, I'm interested in a relationship with you, because that's considered pursuing, I assume. And so I don't know if you guys have read this book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. Basically, the premise of the book is men and women will never understand each other completely because we're from different, and
planet.
So my thought on that is, so I can't say I like you because then I'm pursuing you and you don't like it as a guy. But then if I try and show you, you still don't get it. So what must happen?
Can I say something? And I'm hoping my network won't sabotage me.
Okay, Manini.
I freeze, just do this. And I've never read Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. I think that's what you said, no? But I have read Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man before the movie. I'm a big fan of Steve Harvey's honesty. Guys, when a man knows, he knows. That is with dating and that is with marriage. If a man gets into a relationship with a woman and in the middle of it, he says this woman has changed. She hasn't changed. It's either you did not see her truth when you started dating her, or she was the one who was hiding her truth, right? So I think that, yes, Leo, you're right. We give so many miscommunication. We give unclear messages to you guys, which is a bit unfair. However, if you have a thing for me, it won't be easy for you to catch on my unclear messages. So if you like Manini, and Manini sends you a good morning, how was your day going? Hey guys, every day I'm sending you, checking up. Am I bored? Do I not have a life? So I think that
but can I just come in, Manini? But when we started this conversation, you defined pursuing as something that is patient and reciprocal. So if I have to be patient, you also have to be patient. It means
but we said women are not pursuing though.
So I must be patient in
but they must send signals. Yes.
But in my patience, I must be patient for something that is very clear. I will not be patient for something that I cannot see when there are other men who want to send me good mornings.
Yes, girl.
I'm just being real.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. A guy who likes you.
Let's have a
will
scenario.
not-
Let's have a scenario. Ne? Manini is the target.
Okay.
Makawe and Leo. Ne?
Mm-hmm.
For argument's sake, no hard feelings on anyone. I will just say Makawe is clear on his intentions and Leo is a bit, ne? Fine. I wake up in the morning and Makawe is very intentional, but I like Leo. Ne? So when I wake up in the morning and I open my phone, the first message I want to receive is from Leo. Why? Because I like Leo. But then I wake up and the first message I get is from Macau. Okay, fine.
Hola.
Good morning. How do you sleep? Oh, I slept well. And this has been happening for what? 3 months now, right? Because we are patient. In the day, Macau sends me a message to check up on me. Have I froze?
No,
You're
continue.
good.
Now she's
Can you guys hear
Okay,
me?
now she's.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry. Where was I? Where did I get lost?
3 months.
3 months.
Where did I get lost?
Patient for 3 months.
Oh, man.
3 months, girl. Yeah.
Am I back?
Mm.
Oh, guys. I'm sorry.
We can hear you.
Okay, I think we lost Manini.
Let me just.
All right.
Okay, Leo, you can go.
Yeah, I think I caught her drift when she says that sometimes in life it's not the people that we like that like us back, you know.
True.
And then ladies, usually it's the ladies who have the opportunity to choose because they're the ones who are usually pursued by many people. So they get to sort of make a choice to say, but there are 2 or 3 guys who are pursuing me, but I think this one has been consistent, you know, so they are more biased to choose the consistent one than the one who replies only once in a blue moon. Yeah, I think Manini is back. Hi, Manini.
I'm sorry, guys. My network. Hi, my network is sabotaging me hard. But can you hear me? Am I clear?
All right.
Yeah, you're very clear.
Let me talk fast before it starts again. So I like what Leo was saying about consistency because that's where I was going. So, and then in my morning, in my daily routine, my cow is the one who keeps texting me and Leo is not. In my mind, I'm going to get frustrated because the one guy that I actually want texts from is either busy or is uninterested. If you don't tell me that you're busy, I'm going to think you're uninterested. And then the one that I'm not interested in is the one who's consistently sending texts to me, right? So in this scenario, what do? Do I tell Leo, guy, you know what? You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Another guy is doing it, and I'm actually into you, right? So me personally, because I have a shell that I have over myself, I do not want to get embarrassed or rejected. I would never tell Leo how I feel about him. But if he takes a step one day, fella, just to tell me what's happening and how he feels, then I will open up. What happens then with Makawe is somewhere, somehow, he will see that, if he sees clearly what's happening, then he's going to stop pursuing because I will not be as active as he wants me to be. In my responses, I'll give him one-word answers, or I'll just clearly tell him, good ish guy, you know what, actually, I'm not into this. But the problem we have is the one that is not pursuing. How do I tell him as a woman to say, you know, I really would like you to be in the shoes of this man who's busy pursuing me and sending me text messages, but you're not doing it. So the only message Leo will get is me blocking him. And then oh, and then what happened? The next day when he wants to send me a text, you see one tick, and he tries again, one tick. Then he gets the message. Then he wants to call me to ask you, hey, I've once done that, guys, by the way. So that's the only way we can get your attention.
Testify.
I've been trying to call you, but I can't reach you. You know, guys, no, it can't be this difficult. It can't.
But for me, Manini, answering what Nompi was saying, and as well, I think I've had conversations, I think I have had conversations with guys that I feel like we're in a space or a period where, as women, we're not going to pursue a guy. But I think we have the right to tell a guy that this is where I am. I'm not pursuing you. I'm telling you how I feel.
Yeah.
This is how I feel. And you're in my space. You know, I feel like this thing of us, it has really had people, this thing of okay, I liked Leo, and then nothing happened, and my heart gets broken in that space, and I don't deal with those emotions because society says I cannot tell Leo that this is how I feel. But I feel like if I talk about it and take it out there, and he comes back and is like, but I'm not interested in you in that way, I just see you as a friend. It's okay. I know that I did it for my sake, for my peace, for my own sanity. If you're going to continue and be friends, we're clear. It's clear. This is where we're going. I don't see anything wrong with telling a person how you feel. You're not saying, I want to be in a relationship with you. And the how you do it is very important so that you don't seem like you are pursuing the person. It's very critical. So that if a guy is going to go back and say, I think I like Lesego, you give them a space for them that they can come back and say, I'm going to pursue you. You know, I think I like you and I'm going to pursue. But it's not you. Now I've told Leo that I like him. Now I'm after him. So what are you saying? You know, what, you know? We are in that era, guys. Say how you feel. If you die, you die. We'll meet in the grave.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Lesego. Maybe my question is, what's the worst heartbreak? Having a guy not show you his intentions, or having a guy straight up rejecting? What's more painful? Then maybe second to that is the question that with a guy, when you reject me, when I come to you and you reject me, I have the willpower to keep coming until the message is clear that you don't want me. But as a woman, can you go again and keep pursuing the guy second time, third time, fourth time, and wait a whole year? Guys can wait a year for you just to make until the message is clear. I can keep coming until I annoy you, and sometimes until you change your mind that you like. But as a girl, do you have that ability? And why is it not there for you to keep pursuing the same guy after he has rejected you?
Because we were not
Isn't
made
it
to
intrinsic?
pursue. If you reject me once, I'm gone.
Exactly. It's more intrinsic.
We were not made.
So maybe let me put this from an evolutionary point of view. This is just to express a point from evolution. Though I don't believe in some form of evolution, but they use it as from the animal kingdom, that when a guy pursues, or when the animal pursues, it's for sex. Usually it's sexually driven, because I want sex, so I'll go after the one who can offer me sex. So if I pursue, I want sex. So I want just to use this example so that you see what it actually means in real life. Then he says that women can produce, I think, between 400 plus or minus ovary in a lifetime. So, and one egg costs about $10,000. So if it costs about $10,000, a man can produce a sperm every 2 minutes, can reload and reload and reload. So, and the value of the sperm, if it's one, is about 50 cents. So if I come to you and say, from an evolutionary perspective, and say, I want to have sex with you, I'm saying, for my 50 cent sperm, can I have your $10,000 egg? and you say no, you can't have that. I will not be hurt much. I'll keep coming because I have a lot of 50-cent sperms that I'll keep providing, and I won't be hurt much. But if you pursue me and come and say, I have a $10,000 egg, can I have a 50-cent sperm? And I reject you. It's like going to a shop with $10,000 and saying, I want to buy something that's worth probably, you got to a shop with $10,000, I want to buy candy. And you say, I have $10,000, I want candy. And the shop owner says, your money is too little for my candy. The rejection and the pain is more painful than when you offer a lower amount for something that is expensive. It's more painful. So they were trying to express the fact that the reason why it's more painful for a woman when she's rejected, because she has a lot to offer than the guy. She's the fair one, she's everything, and then she's rejected. It's more painful because there are few of us around, and you guys, there are just too many of you. Anyone can, and you're just rejecting me. I'm this Lexus, and you're offering 50 cents for a Lexus. You get the idea. So it's more painful for a woman when she's rejected because she's more valuable in a real sense than when a guy is rejected. He knows he can keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going until the woman realizes the value of the man and says, this guy is serious. This guy is confident. Maybe a third question to that. Let me just conclude here. Nompi, would you want a guy who doesn't have an idea of where you are going or a direction, and he's relying on you to lead him? This guy has zero confidence. Would you like to date that guy? Zero confidence is always depending on you. You are the one who's always saying, initiating things. Let's go out for a date. Let's go out for a movie. You are the one who even said, guy, I like you. And probably said yes because he feels pity for you. I think naturally within you as women, you have that idea of a guy who can lead, who can take the initiative, who can say, girl, this is what you're doing. I think it's natural. So sometimes we have to get to that point where we say, yes, it's natural. It's more natural than that culture of where a guy to pursue. But at the same time, like what Leseho was saying, the girl needs also to show, to get to a point where she doesn't really pursue, but at least show signs that, brah, I like you too. Or I don't know if you girls can do a women's conference and teach each other the best way to do this sign of things.
Or maybe we need to do a women's conference and guys teach us, actually, because, you know. But I totally get what you're saying. And I just wanted to comment and say that I think we mentioned it even earlier when we started this talk about how, like, pursuing, it's not just a once-off, you know, especially as women. I think there's no woman on earth who wants to just be pursued for 5 minutes. I think even in a relationship, we want to be pursued. We want to feel like we're still, you know, that $10,000, you know, handbag that everyone wants. So I totally get what you're saying. Like, there's no way I would want to be with someone who didn't pursue me in the beginning, because then what guarantee do I have that he will pursue me ever?
Can I add something, Nompi? I can relate. I just want to share a story.
Testify,
you know,
my sister.
Yes, girl, let me testify.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not confessing. I'm not confessing. I'm testifying.
There's a difference.
There's a difference. So I can really relate. Back in the days, about say 16 years ago in tertiary, I think I was doing my second year. So while I was still busy in doing the stuff, so we went to a bash. I don't know what they call it, like a party that is organized by the SRC. You know, your night parties and stuff. And so this guy, I think I had observed him over time, and I'm like, oh, this guy, you know, I like him. And so we at this bash, and yeah, and I see him. He's standing alone there, and I'm like, hey, I think that here's an opportunity to talk to this guy. And my friends were like, yeah, go to him. Tell him you like him. You know how friends can be. There I told the guy, like, oh, guy, I like you. Like, literally, I said it that way. I like you and whatnot. And he seemed like, oh, okay, let's do this thing. Let's do the things. And okay, we got into this. I'm not sure what it was, but into that thing. And
that thing.
For 3 months, I think it was for 3 months, and everything was here on my shoulders. Let's do this. Let's like, I was initiating everything. It came to a point where I think the other day he was at night, he was waking me to rest where I was staying, and I think it dawned to me after we parted ways, and I was like, but I feel like I'm the one who's making this relationship to work. Whatever this thing is, I'm the only one who's making it. And that day I was like, I'm not gonna call him. Like, he's going back to where he's staying, and I'm not gonna ask him if he has arrived safely. And this is the last time I speak to him. I want to see if he will come through. Did he come through? Did he come through? Never. He never came through. It was the end of it. And I learned that, no, guys, if they don't pursue, if you have, they will not do anything. They will not initiate, because it was not from them or from within, to go after you. So where now you will maintain because you have initiated, and it's not in us. It overwhelms. It's tiring. Unlike with men, I don't. For sure, it's exciting for you to pursue. For us, it's not. We get tired, very easily. So I'll never do that ever again.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I feel that all of this is in the value. It's in what you value, what you cherish. You pursue something that you really want, that you see as valuable, as Makawi was talking about, the 50 cents and the $10 or $100. It's you can never ever want to follow up on something that does not matter to you. And maybe the reason why we have so many killings and murders of women is because we have lost value in men's lives. Maybe also I can put a little 10% blame on ourselves to say, you teach a man how to treat you. If a man, Jay, out of the blue, as usual, when I walk, Jay, from work, maybe I'm going to buy something, and not to say construction workers are all the same, but whether I'm jogging or I'm going to buy something, the manner in which they approach me disgusts me. And I'll just pull a straight face. Some of them have the courage to still carry on. Some of them will be like, yo, Sisi, For those that still carry on, there's no way I'm going to change from who I was when you first approached me. I'm going to stay consistent. If you approached me in a manner I do not like, there's nothing that will change. So if I had said yes and smiled to the guy, but he approached me in a manner I don't like, the rest of the approaching and the pursuing and the relationship and the marriage is going to be set on the foundation of how he approached me. So you teach men how to approach you. If a man sends me a DM, how he says it, how he greets me, the questions he asks, how I respond will lay the foundation for the rest of the conversation and the rest of whatever will happen, whatever will become of it, a friendship or a relationship. So yes, men pursue. For me, I feel like naturally, biologically, biblically, culturally, it is created that the man pursues. But what women can do also is to create the platform for them to make it a process, right? Because if a man comes and tries to pursue, I mean, if I'm this woman who has a face that's like this, and I'm this power woman, then they will not pursue it. We come step 1, step 2, then he's gone. I'm not saying let's ease our standards. I'm not saying let's lower our standards. I'm not saying let's be easy. But I'm saying let's create an environment,
Mm.
friendships and relationships and the process and ease of pursuing. Because as clear as we are not women, men are like babies. They need to be mothered. They need to be led in a nurture way, not in a powerful boss lady way, in a nurture way. So if a man is showing me signs that he likes me and I like him too, my response then would be like, I would like coffee, or I like movies, or on Saturdays I go hiking, would you like joining me? That is not pursuing. That is saying, look, I'm creating a space for you where you can carry on, where you can make this. Because if I keep quiet and I'm like, hi, he must follow, I want to see. It's okay, but baby, you're not going to see if you don't create that space. He must follow you, but he must know what he's following. You must be very clear with your intention. So maybe if we start valuing life and valuing relationships, then we will value how we confront situations and how we approach people. If I treat myself as a queen and I treat myself as a valuable human being, there's no way that a man will be successful when he approaches me in a manner that I wouldn't want to be approached. And also the energy that I create for myself will attract the energy that I am. I will not be approached by people who do not think like me, who do not want the same life that I am, who, if a man is disrespectful and I am respectful and he comes and approaches me, I cannot allow that. That energy, my energy, will just chase him away because he can see how I responded to him and that I am just, for example, since Colonel Convo started, inbox. Hello, beautiful. I know where it's going to end. Am I going to give them the satisfaction? Am I going to respond? Because I know that after hello, beautiful, and I say hello, how are you is coming. I'm from Gupi. Where are you from? I know where it's going. Can I please have your number? That just really gets me very dumb. Like, why do you want to? And I won't ask that. I know what he wants. So it's also, do you know what you want? Maybe also women should start knowing what they want in order for them to create spaces. If I don't know what I want, I'm going to confuse the yellow world because I don't know what I want. But if I know what I want and I get texts and inboxes and approaches, I can just easily move things to the side. I can just be like, okay, it's not for me. It's not for me. And then I won't be unclear to men. Then men will know what to say to me and how to approach me. The value, let us start valuing people and life and relationships. Then things will be much easier.
That's deep. Thanks for that, Manini. I don't know if there's anyone who has to comment on that before I ask the next question.
I think mine is just a comment. She said something important about women having to be pursuable. Because I think in as much as men need to pursue and men are born to pursue, women need to be pursuable in order to be pursued. Because you can't be hard-headed when someone is making real efforts to be with you or to pursue you, and then you're being hard-headed, and all of a sudden you say people are not pursuing you when you are being the problematic one. So I think it's a two-way street, because in as much as men need to pursue, women need to create that environment of being pursuable.
Okay.
Yeah,
we need to be pursuable. You heard that, Les?
But loud and clear, girl.
But also, if pursuable, maybe the reason why we're not creating that space is because you guys are not clear enough with what you want. I think my problem the most is a man trying to pursue 3 women. There's nothing wrong. You can't want me to share my space with other people. I want a king, and a king for me must just be my king, and I must be her queen, his queen. So for me to create, we're very vulnerable human beings. For me to open up space for you, you must have said something very beautiful. But again, I must believe that that's what you want. But now, because our society now is just men who are greedy, men who want 4 women at once, 5 women at once, or a man who just wants to tap and pass, you know, tip and back, and he's gone. I can never know how many spaces I can create for how many people. At the end of the day, I'm going to be left vulnerable. I'm going to be left worked up and depressed because I've created space for Tom, Dick, and Harry.
I totally agree with Manini. I feel like guys, they test waters, and when they test waters, it's in a form. Pardon?
Have you this driving story? Yeah, but no. I'm going to buy a Ferrari. I need to know how it drives. What?
What nonsense is that? So yeah, so and then most of the guys, what they do, they flirt a lot, and you find that this guy is flirting with me and Manini, and we're in the same space, and later on you expect me to take you seriously, to create a space for you to pursue me. Nah, I'm not gonna do that, because I'm not even sure about you. Should I trust myself in your space? Because clearly, yes, I'm not safe. Like what Mani was saying, I need to feel like you are my king. And most of our brothers in jail, they're just flirting, you know, and for them it's just a game, or they don't see anything wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it, you know.
And we have community penises, and that's the problem.
Wow.
Wow.
It has stopped flirting. I get we're being real. It has stopped being a contest.
Yeah.
Who's going to get her first? I'm going to get her to the mall first. Oh, you know how cute it was when I was in high school that guys were just trying to get us to the movie first. Who's going to take her to McDonald's first? Who's going to get her to watch? You know, now it's, look, I have this thing and it just needs to be serviced. I need to check all of these cars, if their engines are good, if it's you don't value our lives. And that's because we as women do not learn how to value ourselves. It is so easy for us to fall into that trap. So hence now there's no pursuing anymore. That thing doesn't exist. It's I meet you tonight, let's do this tomorrow. It's become that culture. So because the tradition has changed, men now see us as those that want to be pursued. Oh, my network. Am I still here?
You're here?
Yes, you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So now because it has become I see you tonight, tomorrow we're doing this. Who want to be pursued with process and patience and perseverance, we're seen as she's stuck up. She still thinks it's the 1990s. Because we don't value the same thing as women. We don't. So maybe also this live should be a message to women to say, sister, check yourself, know what you want, know your value, know your barriers, know your foundation, so that a man doesn't come to me and think I'll be easy because he came to you yesterday and now I'm going to have a hard time getting to know this guy because he's used to a one-night stand.
As in,
okay.
Today,
I felt like saying something. Unfortunately, you're in the jungle and you don't know which animal will attack you. I think if you and I are looking at it, it's better to be attacked by a lion than a hyena. Or I don't know. But this is the law of nature that when a lion attacks or any animal attacks, it attacks the weakest one or the oldest one or the vulnerable one, right? And maybe we have had men who are out to kill or who are hunting for certain reasons, and therefore they are attacking those who are painting themselves in a certain way. Like if a guy comes to you and all he's concerned about is a one-night stand. Maybe you have portrayed yourself as one who offers a one-night stand. So it's back to what you were saying, that as a woman, you need to value yourself to a point that when a man is coming to you, he knows that I'm going to this one for marriage, for a serious relationship. I can't take this one lightly. Or this one, I'm going to this one just because I know this one. And the guys are saying that if you get that one, you can get it quickly and dump and go. For this one, you can get it quickly and dump. So you see guys piling and all of them want the same thing and you wonder, what's my problem? Maybe it's because you are branding yourself as that.
I hear you.
Yeah, but the other side of the coin is that we do not brand ourselves in a certain way, but you as men just like risk and trying, just like trying people. So just have a certain
Yeah.
But you are just going to come. You're going to come because that's just how you guys are. Another thing I wanted to say, sorry, before anyone says anything, is it's sad that the one place where we were supposed to be safe is in the church. But if
and we're not,
girls in the church, they will tell you, I do not want a guy from church. I'm fine. I don't want to date a guy from church. I don't want it because they're two-faced, because they lie to us. It's so sad, guys, hey, that, you know, my mom once told me a story and she said, Manini, you need to be careful because if you're going to be a naive girl, life is going to mess you up. And she told me a story of a guy in a neighborhood who was with his friends and he was sitting at the corner. They were having a discussion about, we'll call her Tabiseng, a certain girl who passed by. And all of them were like, you know, I've never been able to get through Tabiseng. I've never, ever. All of them were saying, I've never been able to get through Tabiseng. And then Leo says, you guys want to bet that I can. And then it becomes a sure, okay, let's see how you're going to do it. Tabiseng passes Leo, hello, Tabiseng omusheba fela, and they go. She doesn't say anything. She was not pompous, but she had a standard. She wanted to be treated in a certain way. And because she knows that all those guys once tried her, she just said, I need to carry on with this. But pursuing also, I wanted to say there is a negative effect of pursuing and consistency and perseverance if you're naive, or rather if someone has just visited your home. Leo pursues and pursues, and Tabiseng becomes softer and softer, more vulnerable and more vulnerable. And Leo keeps going to his friends, I'm almost there. And he pursues with everything that Tabiseng likes. That's another problem that we need to take care of. If you've gone through DMs and my Facebook and whatever, and you've researched, it happened to me. You're going to come with everything I like. And unfortunately, I'm going to become very vulnerable to you and I'm going to stop liking you. That's exactly what this guy did until he was able to sleep with her. She was a virgin and they got married. And 2 years later, Leo starts changing and they find out that they're both HIV positive. Why? Leo was HIV positive and she infected Tabiseng. He followed through his plan with his friend until he got what he wanted and left her with a life-changing illness. So it can be two sides. It can mess you up so much if you don't. The thing is, as Makawe was saying, we live in a jungle. Unfortunately, there's no thermometer we have to check the temperature. Is this the right guy? You pursue me for the right reasons.
Yeah.
We will never know. But if we all valued life, like I said, and valued each other, and men valued women as they were supposed to, and women valued men as supposed to, it would have been easier. But because we don't know if I'm going to be killed by a lion or a gorilla, or it's trial and error. Unfortunately, that's the life we live in now.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, you're talking about hunting, and you know, I was talking to a friend of mine recently, and we're talking about how, you know, in the Garden of Eden, God didn't place a hunter. God placed a gardener. And the thing about a gardener is he plants the seed and he watches it grow. He tends to it. He waters it. He's not out for the kill. He wants the plant to grow. I think that the problem that we have is our church, our community, the world is full of hunters instead of gardeners. And yet I think God's intention was for Adam to take Eve, to take Eve and to nurture her and to help her grow and to reach her full potential. You know, and here we have Makawe out for the kill with a spear and an axe, ready to just slaughter, you know, kill and eat.
Because I have a target.
Yeah. and I think that's the major thing. And not just that, like we as the plant, we're not treating ourselves as a plant. We're treating ourselves as a buck that's ready to be slaughtered. Instead of allowing ourselves to be nurtured, allowing the guy to take the time to nurture you so that you grow, you reach your full potential. And I think it's on both genders. It's on the men, it's on the women. There's a lot that we need to learn about this.
And in addition to that, also is how you're saying God did not create a hunter but a gardener. Is also we have taught ourselves to fill ourselves very quickly. I'm hungry now. I want to eat now. I call it the fast food world. We've become fast food. We order in. We've got Uber Eats. We've got Mr. D food. I want McDonald's now. I get it. I want Steers now. I get it. No one has the art of patience of chopping your vegetables at home and slicing them the way you want them and actually having nutritious food from home. We all want fast things. And that's why our relationships and our foundations will always be shaken. So we will never treat ourselves as flowers. We will never meet gardeners. We will always meet hunters because we want things very quickly, very fast.
Why you should date vegetarians and not meat eaters.
All right. Let me say bye to you guys.
Leo.
Leo.
All right. I think the lesson that we're learning is that, I think maybe just to close for my, I think the lesson that we learn is that we need to be gardeners as men instead of being hunters, because hunting also comes with being being a predator. You know, like kill, be satisfied for self, like selfish reasons only. But maybe if we learn how to be gardeners, we would learn how to take better care of our women and even to pursue them better with integrity, you know, and also with good intentions. Also, I think with ladies, they also need to learn how to be pursuable, so that they can be treated as flowers. You know, they should understand that they're flowers. They're not animals that are just waiting to be killed, taken for the slaughter. You know, they still can be flowers that can be can be turned into beautiful flowers that will blossom and be enjoyed by the whole nature. You know, not just where it's a prey and a predator thing. No, I think things need to stop, because the way things have been going on, they've just been really bad. Especially when you look at the relationships that as Adventist youth and also as just secular youth out there, the relationships and the marriages, like the consequent marriages, have been failing dismally because of these little things that need to be made. Yeah, anyway, let me close by saying bye, guys.
Bye, Leo.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Leo. Thanks for joining us.
Sure.
Nampi.
Bless.
Yeah.
I wanted to get a perspective of Makawe. He's alone now. I wanted, like, as much as guys are pursuing and stuff, but we ladies are at times, man, we get to be difficult, difficult unnecessarily, and when now I realize that Makawa has moved on to Manini. Let's say we're not related or anything with Manini, we're not friends, but like he's moved on. And I'm like, but he's moved on to Manini, and I get into the space, I'm depressed, but I've been playing hard to get, you know? And I think for me, that's unfair. And I want to hear from Makau, how far can you guys pursue, you know? How far is far type of a thing? Because I don't feel like it's really fair on you guys as well that we do what we do as ladies.
This one is more personal and it's more of a character issue than orientation. Some people are naturally patient, some people they don't give up, and some people don't wait too long. But I'll speak from the perspective of many guys that I know. They don't just go away from the first rejection. Most guys will then wait for the second time, third time. If you see a guy finally moving on to the next person, then you know that he's really gone. Like you have stretched him beyond his patience and you can't wait anymore. And probably the other person is offering a better reception that you have been offered. So yeah, guys, because naturally they were created to pursue, they are quite patient for some time, but the length of patience, the time depends on the character of the guy, basically.
Okay. Maybe in addition to what you're saying, I want to say to the ladies, like I think for me, if a guy is pursuing you, I mean, by 6 months, you should know where you are. 1 year, 2 years, guys. I know.
No, not even 6 months. I think we know the moment someone starts talking to you, whether you like them or not.
Yeah. So why do you take that long?
Because you want to see how serious they are.
Not 2 years, no money.
Not 2 years.
But 2 years.
There are people that are extreme out there.
Yeah, no, not 2 years.
Okay.
Not 2 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Yeah, because I think as women we know how to shut it down. Like if you don't like someone, you know how to shut it down. So yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to ask one last question. Makawe, have you ever been pursued by a female? And then Manini, Les? Okay, Les, you've already answered. Manini, have you ever pursued a gentleman? And how did that turn out?
Gentlemen first.
Yeah. I'll say many times.
Hey, Makawe, there are a lot of women that
Yes, really.
Actually, many times.
Makawe is into much, guys.
Yeah, but of all of them that were direct, I didn't date any one of them. I don't know why.
Is it a turn off?
But then I'll speak from. Yeah, it's a turn off. I need to. I have to be the man. Not that I don't want to be led by a woman, but I need to take the initiative. I need to show her that I can do this. I was born to do this.
You say you don't want to be led by a woman?
Because imagine. No. I want to be led by a woman, but when it comes to initiating, I can allow a woman to lead. But when it comes to so imagine, I always think of it from this perspective that I'm a doctor, and the patient comes in, and the patient is starting to tell me what to do. Yeah. I feel like you've taken my place, and okay, so I'll just sit back and relax. And anyway, do everything from now and forth. I won't do anything. You know better. So I feel like I have to be the doctor, and the other person has to be the patient. But in situations where the women were clear about their signs, they will act it. Of all the relationships I've been, that's how they started out. The woman will be clear and will show the sign, and I'll be like, okay, there is no room for rejection here. I'm going for the kill. Well, for the kill in a good way.
You better.
Yeah. So I've been put off. It's a turn off when a woman pursues, but it's a turn on when she shows you signs.
Okay, Manini, I know you're not frozen.
No, I'm not. I've never pursued directly. So I've liked people, but I've always had mediators.
Okay.
Yeah. So
about these mediators?
The people who come to me.
Yeah. She's a very good sanctuary student.
I've always had mediators. And then eventually I get connected to those people. But I must say, in all of those, I can't count, not that there are a lot, I've always had to now follow up and initiate and question, does he like me? Because initially he never, was the one to say, I have an eye on Manini. So it happened because I was there and someone had to be my spokesperson and speak on my behalf. But it was never a Manini's a nice girl. It's always, she thinks, okay, let's do this. And then it never ends well. It always ends in tears. Literally.
Hey, I hear you, girl.
Yeah. Makawe, one question. So
yes.
What do you say to a lady who is, so the pursuing is not, it's clear. So let me say you're on Zim, right? So then you start inboxing me and you start calling me your wife at the onset. Ne? And then you chat to this lady for like 3 months on inbox. And then after 3 months, you ask for their number because it's about to be their birthday, right? And then you call them on their birthday, and then you guys move from inbox to WhatsApp. You're in different countries, and now but sometimes you are just on and off. It's not clear. It's clear because you keep mentioning to her, how. What should Lesego draw from this? From a man who's in another country, who states his case, but sometimes it's not clear, but sometimes it's clear. And Lesego says to him, you know what, we're not going to do anything until you get here to this country, then we can talk. What's the sense of this? You're the one who started texting her out of the blue. She didn't call you. But she's the one who just came with the text messages, then you ended up calling her by your surname.
Okay. So you're asking, what are you supposed to do as the woman?
Yeah. What should Lesego come out with here? What's the lesson? What should she do? What should she ask?
In a situation where the guy has been kind of clear, not really clear, but has been giving you hints, I think in that situation you need to be straight up and ask, what are we? Where is this thing going? Are we dating? Are we friends or what? There you have the right to ask, because the guy has been calling you wife, he's been telling you inkomozieza and all that stuff. You need to be clear, lest it's just playing with your emotions, because guys really sometimes they enjoy flirting with girls. Just enjoy flirting with girls, and there's another serious girl somewhere. So if he's not clear about his intentions for you, it means probably there's a steady girlfriend somewhere. And so when the girlfriend is not available, he resorts to flirting with you because he needs that attention. So you need to be straight up and ask him, what are we? Where are we going?
Totally agree, man. We are adults even. I know we are adults, guys. No, we can't be playing this thing.
No.
Yeah.
We must be out of it, but we must know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nompi, you're the one who had the million questions when we started. Are you answered?
No, I think I'm answered, guys. Now I know I must not pursue, but I must hint.
But you must hint.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Don't hint till death, eh?
Yeah, because there's the aspect of hinting
There's
forever.
a limit. You can't hint more than 30%, 70%.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, like, I think I'm one person for clarity. I love clarity, and I don't know, from my experience with men, I think when a man wants something, he's very, very clear about it. They're not able to hide when they want something. So to our dear sister who is struggling with this brother from another country, I'm sorry, no.
You will ask.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
because you find yourself.
And I always advise that by all means try and make sure you have a first time physical meeting where you meet before you actually make it official, because I don't know, but from the way I was raised in such a way that what I see on the pictures or virtually is not the real thing until I meet that person. And I don't know whether it's a gift or something, but I can tell someone's character from seeing them for the first time. My dad is even worse. I can show him a picture of Nombe and say, what do you think about this girl? And says, no, this is not a good girl for you. But I need that physical contact. I need that physical meeting. Then I can conclude, she looks like a good girl. I don't know, but you can just see it from the way someone presents themselves personally.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna end the thing now, because I think we're going towards 2 hours now. But it's been amazing talking, guys. I've learned a lot. And just to those who are watching, we're still working on that live question thing. Hopefully next week we'll have it up and running, and you guys can send in your questions and your comments, and we'll be interacting with you guys in real time as well. Manini, Makawe, Leo in absentia, thank you so much for joining us this evening. This will not be the last time. We're probably going to invite you again for another topic. Thank you for being so real and honest with us about your experiences. I've personally learned a lot. I will be hinting a lot more in future.
Please
so
do.
Yeah, maybe next week I'll have a testimony to tell you guys about how the hinting went. Yeah. So I'm just gonna hand over to Lesejo now.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I think you've covered everything, Nompi. Just want to say, guys, you guys have been amazing. Yeah. So do the right thing, guys. Please subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, and like on Facebook. Manini?
I couldn't find you on YouTube. I was looking for you guys.
Oh, okay. I'll send you the handle, the YouTube handle. I'll send you. It's actually Being Real 20. It's one word. Being Real 20.
20.
Yes. So just check us there, and if you've missed any episodes, just go to YouTube or Facebook and check those episodes and stuff. And we'd really like you to comment, guys, on the topics that we're talking about. If we've missed anything, just go to the comment section either on Facebook, on Instagram, and share your thoughts about these topics. So
I just want to say thank you to Herbert TM. He was watching us on YouTube and he actually sent in some comments during the.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh wow, that's nice. That's nice. Tinashe, right?
Yeah.
It should be Tinashe. Yes.
Should be.
Yes. So thank you for everyone who takes that time out to watch us, guys. We really appreciate it. We don't take it for granted. Knowing that tomorrow is work or school and stuff, and you make that time, we really appreciate it. Now we are out. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.